grandmother was 5 months pregnant with your mother, you were there as the precursor cell
Okay.
of where you developed from.
Okay.
So any stress that your grandmother, your maternal grandmother experienced, stress, trauma, anxiety, anything like that, was passed down to your mother and then to you in the same moment.
Oh my God. Okay.
This is quite fascinating.
Yeah.
There's a lot of research with Holocaust survivors, and this is how they've come to understand a lot of this. Also, when your father was in his father's uh, sperm,
Yeah.
was your father's sperm, he also got some, he also inherited from his father certain stresses, anxiety, whatever. It's the same concept, but more often than not, it's with the mother side.
Okay. So it was with my grandma. Well, that like my grandma, she got married when she was like 14 to like a 30-year-old man, and then she had a kid when she was she had a kid when she was like 16, and it was like a lot of trauma there because like she apparently didn't know the age of his age, and it was like she was like a child bride, you
Oh
know.
my God.
Yeah. Yeah. So much so that like when my grandpa died, like that's when she says, and she openly says it. She's not like being mean. She said like I'm not trying to be like evil or anything, but like after he died is when my life began, and it was in her 50s, 60s. Well, she was in her 60s. So
I understand that. Yeah.
so
Wow.
there's a lot of abuse there, like a lot, like up until she was like right before he died, like the day or two before he died is when he said I'm sorry. Like I guess he felt something. It was like abrupt death. Like he fell and he hit his head, but like that's when he said, "Oh, I've been actually treating you really bad. I'm sorry." But up until then, it was like all about a lot of abuse. My mom got abused by her dad too and stuff like that. So
So you see, what happens is you've inherited probably some symptoms of PTSD. If you're easily, I don't know, we can look at that. If you're easily startled or if you're on alert,
startled, maybe not, unless I'm just scared. I'm scared of the dark. But like alert. What do you mean by alert?
like if you're always looking out for any threat or danger.
Yeah, I'm always like that, but that's also because I watch a lot of like crime documentaries and like I'm always like, oh my god, robber, serial killer, like. I don't know if that's
So
that.
it could also be something that you've inherited.
Okay.
Babies that are born, like for example, babies that were born to Holocaust survivors were born with low cortisol levels. People tend to think that that means that they were calm, but no. When you're born with low cortisol levels, it means that you're in a constant state of trauma.
Whoa. Okay.
It becomes like your normal.
I
Fascinating stuff.
I think that's me because the thing is, I'm not a Holocaust survivor. Well, like but like
They did the research there, but
okay.
they've done it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, because I always tell my fiance, I'm like, oh, I deal with stress so well. And like to this day, I think I deal with stress really well. It's just lately there's been a lot of stuff, and I'm like traveling through that. But like generally, I think I deal like with a lot of stress. But that's because it's normalized to me. I feel stressed every day.
You should not be feeling stressed every day.
Okay.
If you feel like you can manage it.
Yeah. I feel like from like I don't know a day where it's just like it doesn't cripple me. So that's why I'm just like, okay, I feel stressed out. Yeah, but it is what it is.
Like normal to you.
Yeah, it is. It's completely normal to me, but I know I can cope with it. So is it really a problem?
If you can cope with stress where you don't feel the physical effects,
Yeah.
then that's good. Because
Okay.
we all have stress in our lives. So if you're active and if you work with your thinking a little bit so that you don't catastrophize and you're able to manage the feelings, then yeah, you're okay. But
Mhm.
if it's just constant stress that you're used to, so it doesn't bother you, but then you feel like the physical sensations. That's not good.
Okay, yeah, I can cope with it. So you're saying like because of like the ancestors, because the Holocaust is like a type of genocide, and my people like we also went through a genocide like my mom's time, so it could
Probably.
be that,
Right.
right? Yeah,
If your mother was in constant fear,
yeah, she
what
was.
did to you when you were in her belly,
Yeah,
womb, in
yeah.
her womb? What do you think that's passed down? It's passed down it's up to your grandmother. If your mother had, constant fear or anxiety and was, dodging threats all the time, my God, she was shot in the. This stays.
Hmm. So what? How does that populate to me? Like statistically, I'm just gonna be like just general. My norm is more stressed, right?
Yes, but there's this really cool thing called epigenetics, which means that you can change how your genes are expressed. So if your genetic inheritance is, yeah, constant like stress and, PTSD symptoms, anxiety, whatever it is, it doesn't mean that that's just the way it's going to be. If you change your way of living, your environment, if you work on your thinking, you do relaxation exercises, you eat well, sleep well, you do all the right things, you can actually change the way your genes are expressed.
Okay. So that means like that the future, like my kids and all, like are they gonna DNA wise like inherit
They're,
this?
they probably will, because what happens is when your mother was 5 months pregnant with you, your kids, your future kids were already there. They were precursor cells that are going to develop when you get pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So
yeah, that's not a good.
there's there's some genes there.
Oh man, they're doomed.
Well, you should ask your mother, what was it like when you were 5 months pregnant with me?
Oh Lord. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have a journal of when I'm 5 months pregnant, so then I know like what the future two generations are gonna be like.
But
My God.
pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be important to have a nice calm pregnancy.
Oh
It'll help
wow. Okay. So, okay, that's interesting. I
for
didn't
your
know that.
grandkids. Maybe not your kids, but for
Yeah.
your grandkids. And
Okay.
this is, it can. It doesn't mean it will.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is what. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That was interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah, it's quite fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
This tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, it explains a lot. It explains fears that we don't know why we have them. It explains so many things that if there's anything coming up to you and you're like, I don't know why I do that, or why am I afraid of that, or why does that make me mad? If you think back to ancestors, you could probably find out why.
If I think back to when I was like a little sperm, yeah, yeah.
Yes, you'd be amazed
Wow. Yes.
how things make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cause I do know that I'm a bit weird. Like just like I get really angry like really fast on a lot of stuff. Just the way that I operate on day to day, like little stuff triggers me a lot. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, who was angry in your family of origin and before, and
Actually,
why?
actually my great grandma, I know her, like she died now, but she actually had like my mom calls it like a hysteria problem, okay? Like it's like
Let's
what?
They used to call uh, those days.
Yeah.
Uh, Women typically would display this. Any type of depression, anxiety, they used to call it hysteria.
Oh.
Hysteria becomes the word comes from the Greek. I don't know. Yeah, hysteria is the womb. Womb in Greek is hysteri, the ancient
Oh my god.
term, and it comes from that. That is typically women who go like crazy and hysterical, and they used to call it hysteria, but what it really was probably just depression and anxiety.
Oh my god. My mom has that. Like she says she'll say like she'll say she has that. Lately she doesn't talk about it, but my great grandma actually had it for sure. And then
Yeah,
my it skipped a generation with my grandma, but my grandma had like other trauma. She's dealt with it so well. She had 6 kids with this
and
man. Yeah.
your family went through so much trauma. You think she wouldn't get depression or PTSD or anxiety, but they would call it hysteria.
Yeah. Yeah, so my great grandma had that, and then my grandma, like, probably, I don't know what she had, but she coped with it and she masked it very well. Uh, and then my mom definitely has hysteria, so much so that, they'll refer to her in the family, like, oh, yeah, you're like great grandma. So,
But really, it's probably anxiety. Well, your mother has anxiety because of the hoarding. That's an anxiety
yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
And some depression too.
Oh, man. So my daughter is going to be pretty messed up because it's like my
Not
mom.
necessarily. Well, not
Jeez!
necessarily. Not necessarily.
Oh, man.
And for epigenetics, by changing what we do in the environment,
Yeah.
we can actually change our gene expression.
Yeah.
And you have to, yeah. So that's really important.
Yeah. But that's a lot. That explains a lot of why, yeah, okay. I do have more, like, compassion for my mom because I know it's involuntary, a lot of her stuff now. She says that, like, she doesn't say it, but I could see, like, how do you not understand this? Like, how would you react like this, like, how does this, like, little, throwing away this little dirty pot cause you to roll on the floor, like, how, like, to me, it's, like, unimaginable. For me, it's, like, a power trip, too, like, to have control over my dad, to control over me, but now I just, like, resent her so much that it hurts both of us.
You do, eh? What do you resent her most about?
That, like, she's so, like, stubborn or power, like, the way that she is, like, really affected my life, my brother's life, and my dad's life negatively, and there is no accountability because she still is like that. It's just like my brother chose to distance himself, like, he's very close to her, but at a distance, and then me, I feel like I can't really take that distance just because I feel bad to leave them. I want to take care of my dad. He didn't do anything. I don't want to punish my dad by leaving them both. And then my dad, he resents her just because, like, he doesn't think she's, like, a good wife and everything.
But they're still together.
Yeah, they're still together. They'll talk and everything, but I know, like, he's not happy. Like, they just carry on. Like, she makes his lunch every day. It's like a routine. He comes home from work. They talk a little, but it's just never, like, genuine happiness. They don't laugh at each other, like, stuff like that.
That's too bad.
Yeah. But speaking of this generational trauma, I think I'm gonna, like, I told my fiance to speak with you. It will be remote, but cause his grandma, like, his grandma committed suicide when his mom was, like, 3 years old. Like, she hung herself in Sri Lanka. Yeah. So yeah, like, he had, like, I'm sure, like, there's something in him that is, like, caused by that because his mom, she's she probably has some of these problems too.
Is his mom depressed?
You can't really tell, like, you can't tell, like, it doesn't seem like it. She just does her routine life, but, like, the thing is, like, none of the kids, like, really really talk to her that much just because, like, there's a language like, they don't speak the language as much as me, at least. So they just, like, oh, what's food, what's dinner, did you walk the dog, it's like very minimalistic stuff, to the point where they don't even know that how the mom died and stuff, like, or they don't know any of the story. And then because I speak the language and I'm like, I want to know everything, so then I was talking to the mom about it, and then her sister came and she was, like, knowing about the stories, but, like, yeah, they don't really talk to her that much.
And is she alone, or she's with her husband?
No, she's with her husband. Like, it's a good family dynamic. The husband's really there for her and everything. But I just think that level of, like, because my fiance gets stressed very easily and stuff. I don't know about very easily, but yeah, he definitely has panic attacks when we fight and stuff. So I don't know if it's because of that, maybe.
Could be.
Yeah.
His grandmother committed suicide. What year was this?
Oh, so a long time ago, when his mom was 3 years old, right? And then the mom had to raise, because the mom had, like, the mom that committed suicide, she had, like, a 2 month or 3 month old baby, and then the 3-year-old kind of raised a little bit of the thing growing up thing.
A lot of.
Yeah. So, yeah, my kids are gonna be messed up.
No, they don't have to be. They don't have to be. Now, you're aware of it. You don't
Yeah,
have
that's
to be.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
you're aware of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just kind of, you know what, you can ask yourself, and your fiance can ask himself, because when you really ask yourself your deepest, like really think about it though, like your deepest fear, it might not be death, by the way, the deepest fear, you might say, I don't even know why I'm afraid of that. Like, why would I be afraid of that?
Yeah. I think like the deepest fear, like I think about dying a lot. Like not me, like that. Like if I die, I die. You know, like that's an easy way out. But I feel like
Exactly.
yeah. But I feel like dying while my parents and my fiance and my brother are like they're alive. Like that's the worst case scenario, because then they have to like I don't know. Just even 2 days ago, I thought about like how would they cope if I'm dead? Like they'll probably go crazy. Like my mom and dad will probably go crazy realistically, because yeah, so that's my worst fear. I think maybe I haven't thought about it enough, but just like
Think about it a little bit more, like
yeah,
in your daily life, when you, because last time you were telling about, advocating, you were telling me, and like, like all this stuff that concerns you, and what's the fear there? Any fear?
I'll get punished for being true to myself, like that.
That a fear you have?
Yeah, I do have that, especially like during like last month and stuff when Charlie Kirk died. Like I think that affected me more than it should have. Like it was really
Yeah,
weird.
think about that.
Yeah.
Connect that to your ancestors back in Sri Lanka,
Okay.
and how some might be punished for who they truly are,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. For
The
sure.
the genocide.
Yeah. No, that's true. Like yeah, these people that spoke out really got killed.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I see it. Cause yeah, like there's a lot of like these people that speak out. Like I kind of idolize them a little. You know, they're like my
You
role models.
inherited that. You
Sorry,
probably inherited that.
inherited what the speaking out.
Speaking out, yes.
But no one in my mom doesn't really speak out. My grandma never spoke out.
Why Charlie Kirk's death affected you so much?
Yeah, yeah, cause it was like the first time I felt like oh like damn, like even in America where they really say like freedom of speech, you know, more than Canada here.
Yeah,
And then to
no.
get killed and to see him get killed and the blood pour out of his neck, like all that, like the amount of video times I watched that video, it was like, yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, I don't watch that video too many times.
Yeah, that's another thing. But yeah, but then again, like, is it? Why wouldn't like? Cause so my mom and my grandma and everybody that I knew, like, they're not like me. They don't speak out.
No,
So
but you inherited the fear. You're a different generation, so you will deal with it different.
yeah,
But you see what I mean? The trauma that they went through and the fear is in your genes.
okay,
So you deal with it differently because there's no danger now. So
yeah,
it's being expressed,
mm-hmm,
right?
yeah,
I'm not saying this is what's happening. I'm just we're trying to understand how it could,
yeah,
how
yeah,
it could. I
mm-hmm,
mean, it could express itself that way.
mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So then, so with my mom, like, okay, no, that makes sense. So if I would be like, I guess like it would be the fear would be minimalized if I don't speak out, right? Like if, but then I don't think I could do that because I'll go to McDonald's and they'll mess up the order and I'll go there and I'll speak to the manager.
You should speak up. You should always speak up because then you'll get panic attacks.
Okay. Oh my God, there's no winning. It's
Well, if you don't express your feeling and your frustration, yeah, it just builds tension inside the body. But that tension has to come out somehow. It comes out as panic, anxiety, panic. Yeah, that's how
yeah.
it comes.
But like I feel like the valve to like the sewage line or something broke in me because it's like the littlest thing. Like one time, like when I first met my fiance, like it was like the new phases of the relationship. You know, like it was a start. And he went to go get mango juice at this Tamil store in Ottawa, and like they really ripped him off. Like they charged him a lot, and it was like garbage. And I was like, "Whoa, what the heck? You're just gonna walk away?" He's like, "Yeah, I wasted $10, you know." I was like, "What? How are you gonna? How are you gonna? How are you gonna?" I'm like, "It's not about the $10, but like, go give it to them. Don't ask for your $10, but tell them it's crap, you know? Like, yeah, like just let them know." Sorry.
Yeah. Give me something else.
Yeah, that or just like tell them it's crap. Don't ask for the $10, but just like tell them off and leave. And then he was like, well, like why? And then that's when I think he realized I'm like, well, this bitch is crazy. But like no, but then I was like, whoa, we're not gonna do it. Like I was like, oh, are you really like you're not gonna say anything? Like you're this passive? Then after I think he felt the need to like to go give it back. So then he went back and he gave it back, and I was waiting outside, and then we left. But you see, like these little things, like maybe somebody else would have just drank it. You know, it wasn't like it wasn't horrible, but for me it bothers me. Sorry.
Is your fiance passive?
Like he'll passive, like he'll do, like he doesn't really care.
Yeah, like passive. Like you're not passive.
Yeah, yeah. I guess he's passive. Like if it really bothers me, he's gonna go and give it back. You know, like he just doesn't want conflict. You know, with me, so he'll kind of do whatever.
Maybe like your father.
Yeah, but my father, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I would say, yeah, like my father. He just doesn't. I mean, kind of all men in a way. Like they just don't like for the itty gritty details.
You're not wrong.
My brother's a little bit like that too. It's just like they'll pick and choose their battles more, you know. Whereas me, I feel like I can't pick.
Yeah.
Everything is a battle for me. Like I don't pick.
Uh,
You're like red flag.
no. Now, maybe you see everything as a battle. Maybe it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe your perception is that because of, the past.
Yeah. Yeah, I just need to learn to let things go when it's like.
But you know what, Brenda? You also grew up with a mom who you described. She thought she had hysteria. Both her mother and her, right?
Well, her grandma, yeah.
But what about your mother?
Yeah, my great grandma, my mom.
Okay. So how do you think that affected you growing up?
Oh, it's like it was a lot, especially for my brother. Like he saw my mom like clawing herself in the closet and stuff like that. Like she had like episodes. She was in the mental asylum for a little bit, like 2 weeks. You know, there was a lot. There was a lot of stuff. When I was born, you know, like my brother got affected way more. We're a difference of 3 years, so she kind of a little bit like came out of it a little bit with me. But still, she still had these crazy episodes where she said like, "I'm gonna jump off the balcony" and stuff like that, and we'll be like, "Please, please, please, you know, no, don't kill yourself." So it's like, yeah, not so much so that now when I get mad, I just tell her like, "You go kill yourself," cause it's like that was the worst fear for a long time, that she would kill herself. So then, now I'm just like, "Oh my God, you threatened me so much," and like me saying that for me, it's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? You can't threaten us with that anymore, you know.
But she doesn't.
I mean, now that I say, "Oh, go kill yourself," then you're good as you are dead than alive, stuff like that. I'll say that, and then she stops using that, "Oh, I'll kill myself" card. I feel like somewhere down the road she stopped using it because she realized we're not gonna like go crazy crying and stuff anymore. Like normally when she has these episodes when she's like rolling on the floor and pulling her hair and stuff, like yeah, when she does that, we like me and my mom, brother, my dad, like no matter what we're fighting for, like the cause or whatever, we'll just abandon that and like attend to her, right?
Was she ever diagnosed with anything?
I think like just I don't, is that hysteria? No, I don't know where she's getting hysteria from. Yeah,
it's what they used to call it,
yeah,
but it's not a term or diagnosis. She sounds either maybe borderline or borderline personality disorder.
Oh wow.
Extreme in emotions. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not, but like extreme emotionality. She fears abandonment, maybe.
That is actually really true that you mentioned that, because one time my dad and me, like we went to the mall with her. It was my dad's birthday, and I bought him a lot of pants and he was trying it on, and then we come out of the changing room and she's like crying on the shelf, and we're like, what the heck happened? And she's like, oh, I thought you guys left me. And we're just like, we're in a mall, like I mean we're at Winners, like we're all in Winners.
maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff with her that I don't know how to get her help too because she doesn't speak English or anything. So like even the help, I don't know where to find like a Tamil psychologist. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
You could check our website, the Order of Psychologists of Quebec.
Okay.
You might find one that speaks.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Okay.
it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But yeah, with her, just I don't know. Like I don't want to like the. I guess the dilemma for me right now is like the distance. Like, do I keep the